Today, we're going to show you everything you need to know to lift your Can-Am Maverick R with the AGM Manual Jack Sport. I'm Bryan with AGM, and this is How You Lift, where we test real vehicles in real situations to show you the best way to get the job done. Because how you lift it matters. Trust me, this has happened more times than I want to admit. Nothing kills the fun faster than a simple trail fix turning into a whole new list of headaches. But it doesn't have to be that way. We build jacks that actually help with real trail problems. So today I'm not only going to show you how to lift your Maverick R, I'm going to show you how to make the whole process easier, so even a trail repair becomes just another part of the adventure. Let's get into it. So the first thing we want to do if the car is drivable is make sure to get off of the trail. That way we're not blocking the trail for others, and we're in a safer spot to work on the vehicle. The next thing, we want to look for a flat spot if we can without rocks or debris. That way it's easier to lift the car and we're not dealing with that stuff if we have to get down under the car. Picking up on the front of your Maverick R, we're going to do that down at the lower control arm. And what you'll use as a reference is we'll kind of follow this shock line down to this area right here. This is nice and flat. It's a really good spot to lift from. So first thing we'll do with the jack here is adjust to height. Thinking right about there. We'll install the hook. And we're going to go in under that area. Now, a couple things to pay attention to while you're putting the jack in place. If you'll notice, I have the jack turned a little towards the outside. That way the pad is kind of following the arm a bit more. The other thing I've done is I have the bottom of the jack pushed in just a little bit further than the top of the jack in reference to me. So this is a bit closer to me if you drew a line straight down through it. The reason we do that is as you lift the car is going to want to go away from us. If we start with a bit of back angle, when we come up to the full height, the jack is going to be vertical. And that means this pad is going to be nice and flat, holding the arm in place. If we start with the jack perfectly vertical before we lift and then go up, the jack is going to tilt forward. That pad is going to be at an angle that'll be enough that it could potentially act as a ramp where the car can slide off. So pad in, top out. The next thing is I'm going to want to have at least 2 points of contact if I can. In this case, I can do the lower control arm as well as the upright. That's just going to provide a little bit more stability on top of the angle. So with all of that set up, now we can lift. And there you go. Car is in the air, ready to do whatever repair you need. There's a chassis lift point on this car with the door open right here at the low point of the opening. You can take the jack, adjust it, and pick up from that chassis tube, making sure to keep the bottom of the jack in further than the top of the jack for all the same reasons we talked about up front. But I wouldn't recommend this unless you're not able to lift from the front. And the reason for that is the jack is going to get into the bodywork. Depending on how stable the ground is or what angle you're at, when it gets into the bodywork, there's a chance it could scratch here. So keep this one as a backup. Now we'll move to the rear. For the rear of the car, we have a couple different lifting options based on what you're repairing and what kind of situation or terrain you're in. The first of which is lifting from the underside of the trailing arm here. Much like we did with the front control arm, we'll take and adjust our collar to height, somewhere around there. And again, we're going to put the bottom of the jack away from us or in further than the top of the jack. That way we are starting at that back angle so that as it lifts, it comes to the upright position. We're going to have our 2 points of contact here where we're going to be under the arm and then resting here on the shock further up. With all of that in place, we can lift. Now it's off the ground and ready to perform whatever repair you need. The alternate lifting point in the rear is on the inside of the trailing arm, here where the sway bar end link attaches to the arm itself. So again, we will make sure our height is right. That looks good. Install our hook. Jack in place. Get that just right. And like with all the other lifts, we're going to make sure the bottom of the jack is further away from us, top of the jack closer. That way we get that nice angle as we pick up. I can also pick up a second point of contact here to create a little bit more stability in the lift. So I'm going to do that. With both those going, we're going to pick up. Okay, car is up in the air and ready for repair. Now, one thing I should point out is if you are going to have the tire off of the car for a while, whether you're using this tire or a spare or an ice chest, let's put something under the car. That's going to act as a jack stand or at least a fail safe. That way, if something's to happen, the car's not going to drop all the way to the ground just in case someone's under there. It also makes it a lot easier if that does drop when it doesn't hit the ground. Now you don't have to dig out as far to put a wheel back on or to right things. And the extra stability for me is at least just a little bit of peace of mind that I think is worth the extra 2 minutes. Okay, we got a flat, so let's put everything together and see what a tire change looks like. This is already adjusted. Okay, tire is high enough to pull the wheel. Now, if I did not have a power tool before lifting, the one thing that I would recommend doing is breaking all the lug nuts loose. Otherwise, you gotta have somebody sit in the car so that you can break them loose once it's up in the air. We do have a power tool, so we can go ahead and just take them off right now though. Now you notice I caught all the lug nuts. We're trying to keep them out of the sand. Want to keep those threads dry, but if they fall in, no big deal, don't worry. We just want to knock them out, blow out any sand that's in there. We want to make sure these are perfectly clean when we go to put them back on. If there's any sand between the female and the male threads, it can gall, and there's a chance you could damage your studs. Pain in the butt to replace, so a lot better if we just stay away from that altogether. Go ahead and pull this guy off, and we'll get it, trade it out for one with some air in it. Okay, with the tire back on, I'm going to start all these by hand. I do not recommend starting them with the gun. It only takes a few extra seconds to do this, and then you can be sure that you don't cross thread any of the lug nuts. The next thing we're going to do is tighten these down in a star pattern. We do not want to do a circular pattern. The reason for that is there's a chance that we could tighten this up if we're running in this direction, where the wheel is not perfectly square to the rotor, and we could tighten that crooked and we would never know. All the lug nuts would be tight. Then when we drive away, as the wheel spins, it's gonna start to square itself up and it's gonna become loose. These lugs are gonna fall off. We're gonna shear studs. It's gonna get super messy. Don't do that. Use the star pattern. Okay, with all the lugs tight, now I know I'm sitting flush against the rotor. I am going to do one more pass around just to make sure that everything has been hit. All right, with that, we know the tire is on and tight. We can lower the jack back down and get on the trail. Real quick, we get a bunch of questions about how to mount the Manual Jack Sport. Well, these are the quick clamps. A great way to mount the Manual Jack Sport to any car. We have a pair of 1 7/8 here that are clamping to the stock chassis with just a couple Allens. Make sure to put Loctite on. And the way the mount works is we just squeeze the buckle here together, pull the strap out, remove your jack, and you get to work. So let me show you again, going back in. So going back in, we're just gonna set that with the ladder facing down towards the mount because there's a relief in there for it. Feed the straps through. Give that thing a click. Same with the bottom. And then it is super secure. Now, if you don't have room to mount it to the chassis, we also make a panel mount option. This guy has some 5/16/18 hardware on the bottom. Works great if you're mounting to roof racks or you want to do something in the bed. And that, best way to mount your Manual Jack Sport. And that is everything you need to know to lift your Can-Am Maverick R with the AGM Manual Jack Sport. All the lifts we demonstrated today had one goal in mind, and that's to make trail repair safer and easier, because how you lift it matters. I'm Bryan with AGM, and this is how you lift it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.